What's up guys? So let's review my portfolio for June 2025. So I just thought, why not follow the trend? I see a lot of YouTubers, finance YouTubers review their portfolio every month. And I think that people like those because they're pretty transparent, and I guess they motivate people because you might show your numbers and you might be higher than some people, or you might be lower than some people. Some people might be doing better than you, but it's always good to hear from others, and it's always motivating. And sometimes you feel like you're not doing good, and then you see someone having a smaller portfolio than you and being happy with it. And sometimes you just have to be grateful for what you have. And we all work hard, we all do our best. Some people are able to put 10K a month in their portfolio. Some people are only able to put 500. Some people are not able to put money every single month. But as long as we're investing, as long as we're in the investing community and we're positive, that's what matters. So yeah, so this is the month of June. Before I get into this, I just wanted to thank everyone again. I think I'll be doing this little ritual before every single video. So I'm currently at 16 subscribers, so I gained 7 subscribers in the last month. Very, very grateful for this. My last ulti video has been going crazy, so I think that people love ulti. But yeah, thank you so much for subscribing, liking, and for the people who comment on my video. Like I appreciate a lot. So anyways, thanks for supporting me, even though you don't know me and everything. I love the support. Anyways, let's get into it. So, yeah, sadly, I did not start tracking my portfolio in January and Feb. It's something I just started doing in March, and I was like, why not do this? Like every month, I look at my portfolio going up and down, and I don't really have an idea of what's happening aside from seeing the number that keeps going up. Like, I think it's good, especially my broker does not share those stats. So I kind of have to do it manually, and it's good for myself to just build that data to have my own kind of visualize this for myself. So as you can see, in June, my portfolio grew $9.6 thousand. This is in Canadian, by the way. It grew 6%, and I contributed $2.9 thousand from my own money. And yes, in May, I did contribute 17K. No, I did not win the lottery. It's just I almost bought a car. And then I called the guy, the salesman, and I was like, you know what, I'm not buying the car. And I was going to put like 15K on the car. And I said, you know what, let me put everything into YMAX, wait a year, stack YMAX for a year. And then in a year, if my maths are right, I should be able to cover more than 2 times the car loan I was about to get in just from my YMAX distributions. So hopefully I did a good move. I think so. So from now, it's been paying off. But that's the reason why I put so much in May. And I'm glad I didn't buy the car. Anyways. So yeah, in June, so I'm in Canada, so I have currently 4 accounts. So my TFSA is kind of our tax sheltered account. I think in the States, the 401k. So this one is capped to $7,000 a year in contribution. So I already maxed this one out in Feb. So this one has just been growing by itself. I just let my positions drip, and just by the growth of the stock market, it's been up $3,000 this month, just from being patient. This one is a retirement account, so I don't put a lot of money into this because I'm trying to retire from my distributions. I'm not trying to, this is the type of account where you're supposed to touch when you're 65, so I'm still young, so I'm not trying to aggressively invest in this one. But, this one I have $2,000 invested, and right now it's back at break even, so it grew like $30. My cash account is where I currently contribute all of my accounts, so this is my taxable account, because I already maxed out my tax sheltered account this year. So this one is where I put my 2.9K, and this one grew from 37 to 42, and this is where I have all of my YMAX shares at. This is my FHSA, so if you're in Canada, you know what that is. If you don't, it's your first home savings account. So it's a tax deductible account. So when you put money into this, they remove that from your income in the next year. So if you make $100,000 and you put $5,000 into this account, then next year you're going to be taxed on 95K. Basically, yeah, that's what it is. So it's an account to save for your first house. So this one, I'm maxing this out every year. You have 8K a year, and it have a ceiling of 40K. So this year I didn't max it out yet. I'm going to max it out at the end of the year because currently I'm focusing on building my YMAX. But this one has about 3.5K left of room. But as you can see, it's been growing, and in this one, most of it is XCQT and the S&P 500 VOO. So for a total of 150K. So as you can see, between last month and this month, it grew $9.6 thousand, 6.8%. And I put 2.9K of my own money. And the total growth for this year is 34K, but I didn't track January. But in January, in the end of December, I was at 100K on the dot. So my actually growth is around 50K. And it's been a pretty good year for the stock, for my portfolio and the stock market in general. I'm not really trying to see if I'm beating the S&P. I don't really care. I think I'm doing pretty well. So I filmed on my phone. So on my phone, I'm tracking my portfolio. So let's switch to my phone. I currently have about $600 in cash. And as you can see here, I let everything drip and add to my cash. So all these little amounts that do add cash are all my dividends. That is automatically added through the app. And then as you can see, once everything stacks up during the month, and those big add cash here, these are my personal contributions, but the small amounts like $100, $200, these are all drip. These are all like from YMAX and whatever, stuff like that. So what I do is I try to add $3,000 of my own money, and then whatever is on top of that from all my other distributions, I use it as buying power as well, because my broker basically charges about $10 of commission per trade. So it's better to spread that $10 on a big transaction so it doesn't affect me as much. So that's why I can't really buy every day, or I can't buy small amounts. So I just let everything drip for the whole month, and then I do one big buy. It kind of makes it easier for me. Like, it's not that I'd rather buy every week, so I have my average would be more diluted. Now my average is basically diluted, is basically like rebalanced every single month. But whatever, like, I don't care. Like, as long as I buy every month consistently, I don't care about the headlines. I just keep buying and I stick to my plan. So yeah, right now I'm sitting at about 150K. It's my all-time high. So I just broke 150 this month. So I'm very happy about that. It's very cool. Like, I think in December of 2024, I was at 100. So it's pretty cool that I grew 50K in about 6 months, because I did not contribute 50K to my portfolio. This is all from growth and from the dividends being dripped when the market was down in April and in March. And now that market is coming up to all-time high, it's paying off, and patience has been paying off. So my biggest position is HYLD. This is basically a Canadian covered calls on the S&P 500, but it's 25% leverage. It has about 12.8, around 12% yield. It's kind of like the US version of the Canadian version of SPY, but this one is 25% leveraged. And it's currently paying me $818 a month. And the distributions for this one don't vary month to month. So they haven't changed for the last year or even more. And they actually increased their dividends. I think it was in early of 2025, they did a 2-3% increase in their distributions. So yeah, this one is very predictable, very stable. So this is my core position for my distributions, my passive income. So every month I just let this one drip, and since I'm dripping around $800 and the yield is 12 point something, then it's about adding $8 a month of income. And every year when I have my contributions reset for my tax sheltered accounts, I max out everything in this one. And then for the rest of the year, I go into more aggressive yield ones like YMAX, and other ones depending on how I'm feeling. So yeah, then obviously I have YMAX. This month, as you can see, I bought 209 shares, which is 3.8K Canadian. So yeah, this is the one I'm trying to build right now. And it's been paying off really well. So right now I'm making about $220 to $300 a week, depending on the distribution of the week. Some YMAX is up and down sometimes, but if I use the lower number, the lower estimate, I'm probably at $220 to $230 a week. Then I have VDY, which is a high yield Canadian index. This is kind of like the Canadian SCHD. It pays monthly. It has a very good growth, but it has a low yield, but it has a very good growth. And price has been appreciating a lot lately. And yeah, I considered this one as the Canadian SCHD. The reason why I have this one is when I first got into dividends, I was going all in on this one. And I did a lot of rebalancing. So when this one grew, I sold a lot and I put a lot in HYLD. So this is why my HYLD position is so high. I first started building heavily in VDY. And then as I got more comfortable with covered calls and I actually understood how they worked, I got comfortable enough to invest a big amount in HYLD. But yeah, if you're Canadian, definitely look into this one. I have I have some XEQT in some of my tax sheltered accounts as well. Some S&P 500. 2 months ago, where was it? In May, I bought 70 shares of MSTY just to try. Next week they're coming out with their distribution, I think. So actually, yeah, their distribution should be next week. It should actually be tomorrow for MSTY. So we'll see what that is. Apparently it's going to be lower than last month, but I just bought 70 shares just to try. I have a few shares of HDIV, so this is covered calls on the Canadian index. I just have 1K. This one I just bought it like more than a year ago just for fun, just to try it out. And I'm up 10% on price, and it's been paying 12% consistently. So it's a good one. And these are all the other ones I'm thinking about getting into. Obviously the little favorite here, OT, which I don't have any shares at the moment, but I'm thinking of adding some shares very, very soon. So yeah, that's it for my portfolio, guys. So as you can see, nothing too crazy. I'm building up my YMAX, but everything is backed up by HYLD, which is consistently paying 12% and $800 a month. Very cool. And this is the current estimate. So like next month I'm supposed to make where is it, 2.3k, which I don't think this app always overestimates, because like YMAX, if YMAX pays a 21-cent distribution, it's going to annualize that. So this app is always a bit over, but let's say, like, to be safe, it's like the monthly is not 2.1k but more like 1.9k. All right, so that was it for my portfolio. Let's go back to the computer. So let's see how much I made in distributions this month. So as you guys saw, I contributed 2.9k and my portfolio grew 9.6. So here's where I track my distributions. So I started heavily investing in dividends in the end of 2023, and for the whole year of 2024 I went ham on dividends, and I think around August I switched to I switched from traditional dividend growth to covered calls, and this is why you see a big bump. I did a lot of rebalancing of my portfolio from 3 to 4% yield to covered calls around 12% yield. And here is where I basically almost bought a car, and I said screw that, and I put all the down payment into YMAX. So it's been paying off. So right now from April I'm up 1k on the distribution amount. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, here is all my distributions that I added up. So in this, it's a lot of HYLD, a lot of YMAX, and I have a bit of VDY, and what else is in there? And I got 100. I think this is XEQT's quarterly dividend, so this pushed me $100 up. So this helped me reach the $2,000 this month. Hopefully next month, when I'm going to buy more YMAX, I'm going to secure. What I want to do is basically with the help of like high yield funds like YMAX, really push my floor. So push the minimum dividend I can receive every month, even if I get low distributions, to $2,000. Right now I hit it because it was a good month. So my goal is to keep investing until I don't see a month under 2k, you know. So right now I'm at 2k, so I know I won't be seeing a month under 1.5, you know. So my goal is to not see a month under 2k and reach for 2.5. So yeah, so most of this is YMAX and HYLD. And yeah, that's it. It's pretty boring, guys. Like just investing in the same thing month over month and being consistent, right? And here is my goal. Like at the beginning of the year, I was like, okay, like I'm going to invest all year and I want to see 1.5k in January of 2026. And as you can see, I pretty much smashed that. So now I think my goal is 2.5. We'll see where it goes. So I'll just leave this here for now. And yeah, so for the year, I made 7.5k in basically passive income. My monthly average is 1.2, and my median, here's median, it's just mean. I keep mixing it up because I'm French, and anyways, the median is 1k a month for now. In Q1 of 2025, I made 2.9, and in Q2 of 2025, as of now, is Q2 finished? Yeah, as of now, in Q2, I made 4.6. And my total dividends paid since I started investing into dividends heavily is $12,000, so it's pretty nuts. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. Like, there's nothing. It's pretty boring. Like, investing shouldn't be entertaining. Like, you shouldn't be able to make a video every day about your portfolio, because you should just be buying the same thing over and over, and pretty boring, guys. So here is just comparing the years. As you can see, it's crazy how much I'm making, more than I was last year, and every year it's going to keep going up as long as you keep investing consistently. So that was it, guys. Hopefully that was interesting, and until next time, take care.